Do it, man. Do it. You have no idea. You don't know what we're gonna talk about. So why are you feeling so shit today, Johnny?
I'm fine.
But just like a moment in life?
No, I'm just tired.
Yeah. That's just the thing with things.
That's the thing with things. It is what it is.
That's the thing with things. It is what it is. Wow, these scans are awful.
Oh. Looks like the feed's showing up in the Facebook thing.
Okay. Gotta click on that.
Yeah.
Don't forget to add video tags.
For some reason though, it's not showing up in my app.
We're artists. We do paintings.
Really?
We
Yeah.
We talk about stuff. What else do we do? I'm trying to come up with video tags. Seems like I'm just talking to myself. I used to type concept art as one word, like there's no space, it's just concept art. You know?
Yeah.
Because do you guys still do the thing where you capitalize concept art? And whenever you type concept art, you capitalize it? Like it's supposed to be a thing. But really it isn't. Concept art is not a word.
Can it? We pretend it's a word?
Just like I'm not a word, and you're not a word.
Yeah.
So we got some critiques today. It is Tuesday, that means I'm gonna be painting here Johnny Hall. Johnny Man. Welcome to the Tuesday live stream. This is the Talent Trade Live. We're at episode 6 now. You realize, hey, wait a minute, I've checked out these guys way more than 6 times. Why is it episode 6? There's a very good reason for that. Because we're restarting. The count has restarted. I actually didn't even notice.
You didn't even notice that you restarted your count?
I realized. They didn't realize. I realized.
I thought you said you didn't notice. It was
I didn't know, what, how do I count forward?
Yeah,
So I'm like, does 1 to 5 even count?
I don't even know how to count, so I don't know.
If it was up to me,
I don't know what counts anymore.
If it was up to me, we wouldn't have a number.
Oh.
Because
if it was up to me, there would be no numbers ever. Just kidding. Numbers are good. Maths are great as long as I don't have to do them.
you're looking at like a nomadic society where, you know, Johnny, do you
just paint stuff on the caves?
Do you have 50 sheeps? Do you have 46 sheeps? Who knows? It's
Who knows? I have this much, and I put my arms out like this.
Yeah, and you could just look out the back door and be like, "There's my sheep. I don't know how many there are."
Yeah. It seems like there was a little less than there was before. I think someone's been stealing them. Your Honor, I have a bit less sheep.
I have no evidence to support my claims, but my sheep are gone. Ruckus. Goddamn ruckus. Well. You guys can't see what I'm doing in Photoshop because I don't have any of the menus visible. Making me seem like a magician. Wait, have I not clicked this button? Now I have.
Oh, okay.
Now we're
You
live
didn't click
on.
it really hard.
Yeah,
that's why.
that's right. Yeah, you really gotta double tap it.
Yeah.
The
Always
button-
double tap.
The button is the Facebook Go Live button. Now we're live on Facebook.
Yeah. No, Jin, the plural of sheep is sheeps. Just so you know.
The sheeps?
Yeah, sheeps is definitely the plural of sheep.
Isn't the plural the plural of sheep is sheep?
No, it's sheeps. Come on, man. Everything's got a S on it that's plural.
Oh my. How would I know? I don't know.
You know, that's why if you're going on a goose hunt, then you'll be hunting wild geeses.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Probably not.
I trust you, Johnny. If you say that's what it is, then I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. So my grandpa used to say, "It is what it is," and I was like, "Okay."
We can't. I don't know. I think we have a bad joke quota for you specifically. Like you have to make 50 bad jokes
Yeah.
a session. But it would really be hard for you because you wouldn't know how to count.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you would make the first 10 and then you're like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah. But then everyone's happy because they didn't want me to do 50 anyway. They're like, "God damn it, thank God he can't count."
So Johnny, what's got you down these days?
Nothing.
Yeah?
Everything's good.
Nothing's good.
Nothing's good, guys.
What? It's supposed to be a motivational stream.
No, kidding.
Supposed to tell people what's up. Nah, Johnny's just fatigued. What do you call it? Fatigue? Was the...
I was drinking a little bit last night, and
Yeah, what else is new?
you know, it's not so bad though.
Is the walk towards the LCBO too exhausting for you?
Yeah, it was a minute too long. I only like to walk for 3 minutes at a time, but I had to walk 4 minutes. So now I'm like, man, I don't want to do this anymore.
Totally got you wrecked.
Yeah, exactly. Find something else. That's pretty cool. Painting under the line layer.
Yeah, because
Easy to control stuff.
Because I was doing these thumbnails, just random thumbnails that on the sketchbook. And I was doing these for my IP. I was thinking, because I really haven't had the time, I really haven't really fought through the resistance to do some art for my own.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I feel like what a great time to start doing some of that.
Good. Good. Oh yeah, I have coffee.
Coffee would be great. I don't drink coffee.
There's nothing like a strong, fresh grind.
I don't understand. Like does coffee consistently give you more energy?
No.
Can you rely on it?
No.
Then
Well,
then why do you drink it?
it's for me. It makes me feel more awake, but it's more of No, it could definitely keep you from sleeping. That's not it definitely helps you wake up, but sometimes after a while it becomes more of an addiction thing where you're just drinking it for pleasure, which is like what I do now.
For pleasure.
Yeah. And just a lovely bit of a medium roast with a bit of coconut cream and a shot of whiskey, and you're good to go.
You're making coffee sound really good.
Coffee's good on its own too. Like most of the time I just drink black coffee, but
Yeah, but wouldn't you still consider it a drug?
kind of, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Considering I go through withdrawal, or whenever the first sip I have of coffee, if I haven't had coffee in the day yet, it's very it's pretty euphoric.
Euphoric.
Yeah.
As in, it's...
The smell too is also really, really pleasant.
Oh.
I'm sure you'll hear similar things from other people that like coffee a lot.
Yeah. I just never made it a habit. I'll drink it occasionally and then I'll realize,
That's probably a good thing.
hey, I can't sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes what happens, I'll have caffeine and my body will be very tired, but my mind will be active. So I'll go lie down to sleep and I'll just stay there, like staring at the ceiling.
And you'll think about life.
Yeah.
Consistently, you'll think about all sorts of wrong that you've done in your life.
If you drink too much, you'll start to get like a little bit of a little shaky, like twitchy, and you'll start to get like a bit anxious too. So.
So when I was drinking a jumbo size a day and going to live drawing completely caffeined up, that's what's making my hand shake?
Probably. Or like if it's not making you shake, it's probably just making you like not slow down and think. It's probably like you're probably rushing stuff if you're drinking too much caffeine and you're trying to like draw. Especially if you're not super high tolerance for it. Like if you don't drink it a lot and then you go and drink like some strong coffee, you're gonna like you're gonna be pretty pretty hyper. Hey Arsu, Nefties, Jin, Osmed, Black Wrestler, Kuso, Ted's here.
Don't do nothing bad, guys. Don't do caffeine. Don't be like Johnny. Johnny take drugs. Actually, y'all probably already drinking way too much coffee for your own good.
Yeah.
Hey.
If any of you guys ever come to visit Toronto, I'm gonna take you to my favorite place that specializes in bourbon and coffee cocktails. It's so fucking good. Hiya, Benny.
Did you say bourbon and coffee?
Yeah, they do bourbon cocktails and coffee cocktails, and they mix bourbon and coffee together with other alcohol too, like rum and whiskey.
What?
And the vibe there is so like chill, so it's like my favorite place.
But you're already so chill. If you chill some more, you might fall asleep.
I do.
But that's why you drink coffee.
That's.
So I'm just taking this opportunity to try to do some IP work. What really mean IP work? It just try to paint something that's like my own story or something that's that I'm dreaming up of. Like it doesn't belong to any universe, any things that that people have have out there.
Are you doing a two value?
Yeah, I'm trying
approach?
to.
Nice.
I'm trying to.
That's great.
So this is entirely mine. Copyright pending. Don't y'all steal it. Even though there's nothing to steal. But so yeah, I just want to be able to have this very loose way of starting a piece. Idealization is I just sketch something out on paper, thinking about my story, thinking about what is it that I want to convey with this character, and what kind of environment he works in. Then I just reverse engineer the whole thing. Like I've been thinking about using using shapes to carve out my canvas.
And shapes are life.
Seems to be a very easy way to predict how my painting gonna come out.
Yeah. Man, if you have good shapes, you can use any kind of rendering approach or technique you want. It's still gonna look cool.
Yeah.
Case in point, Sargent. His shapes were so good that if you do master studies of his work, and even if you fuck it up a bit, your studies are still gonna look cool.
because his shapes were so good, and it's so really hard to tell because you look at it and you're like, oh, he was like a realist, like a realism artist, right? But it's actually very stylized. It's just very subtly done, and then it's done in a way that like you don't think it is, but when you actually start to analyze his work, you'll see that it's actually very, very stylized.
You don't think it be like it is,
Yeah.
but it do.
Yeah. Things are always more interesting when you discover more about them.
Discover the truth.
It's like the first impression leaves you with this air of mystery, and then you dig deeper, and then you find revelations, and you discover yourself in the process. So it's pretty fun.
Wait, you talking about life or you talking about painting?
Painting, learning how to paint, getting better at it, etc.
Oh dear. But why?
It's too much work. I quit.
Oh, it's all jerk here?
Oh no.
Crazy, man.
Where?
I don't know. Somebody said hi to a jerk. Got me excited.
Osmond said Algeric in the house, but I don't see him here.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh, maybe it's just because they got like a notification that Al was in the same stream.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Suhail.
Hey, what's up, Yulin? No, he was here for a second. And he saw us and he ran away.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Good evening, Uber.
Uber Black Torn? Is that like a specific brand of
Is that like short for Torbjorn?
It's gonna be back joke all night.
Yeah.
On Johnny's behalf. 'Cause,
Exactly.
I don't do that well coming up with bad jokes. I think I get too self-conscious. I'm not so sure if you guys will like it or not.
Yeah.
So I better just like stick to painting. But like 3 tones, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a light here. I'm not sure. What? So my approach, if you guys haven't checked out there's a tonal demo that I did on the Talentry Gumroad. I'm gonna post a link in the description, and I'm gonna be keep on pimping that link for the entirety of tonight because why not? I recorded it and it's for free, so I'm gonna give you guys that shit. So that's a link to the blog section of our website, and I'm basically just testing it right now. It's not really like released because we haven't added it to the actual site as a button yet, but when you click into it, you can find the new video I made on the starting a piece using tonals, black and white, Very simple approach, very short videos. You can basically watch them. Watch them in like one sit down, in like 5 to 10 minutes. So it's very short. And I have voice over it because I just wanted to explain in the quickest way why the thought process behind using the 3 tones and how to control your lighting and what's important. That kind of stuff. So, even early in this painting process, even though I don't know what exactly is going to happen yet, I'm still trying to find that the shape balance, like the how my canvas is going to be divided by the 3 tones. I got the light gray, the dark gray, and highlight. So quite a bit of range for me to play. And when it gets in a distance, say here, how I'm going to layer the shapes is really going to make a difference on the read, on how the scene is going to be read. So I'm just pushing around some shapes, trying to make this look good.
Yulin asks, Frank, I have a question relating to sci-fi ship interiors. Do you find them the hardest to draw without 3D meshes?
Specifically sci-fi ship interiors.
Yeah.
Can it be like a non-sci-fi ship?
Is it anything sci-fi is probably harder to draw without 3D?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, first you have to study it, then you have to design it, then you have to block it in. So sci-fi is creating something out of nothing, right?
Yeah.
So it takes a bit of work to research your shape language, make sure it matches with the technology, the philosophy that you want to design for.
Yeah.
But like, maybe just simplify that answer in saying yes, I think sci-fi is pretty hard. Like, the scene I'm building now is kind of sci-fi.
You know who does really cool interiors? Yama.
Yeah.
Or Jama, or yeah,
Jama.
I'll say his name. His understanding of hard surface design, and Alex Brady is also crazy good. And they're both coming to Edge Control, so I'm like,
wow, really?
Yeah.
Are they? They come to Edge Control? What is Edge Control? How do we get there?
Who cares? It's boring.
What is it? Yo, I know. So, I know what Edge Control is.
What?
Biggest party in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Have you heard about it?
Arsu said they're going. That's cool.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know the half of it. But I'm not telling you. It's
First
a
day
secret.
only, though. Oh, okay.
It's a secret, bro. So, what's good about this way I'm working is that it's just so very rough. It's not. It's not like precise designing, but it lets me play with the space. And once I got the silhouette and shape in there, I can just push my paint around very loosely, and start feeling for a mood. Like the space, the geometry, I can still play around, and I'm keeping everything under my line layer. So that really rough scribble of a thumbnail is helping me do a lot of the design work. Because if I were to go in here and start just pushing paint around, trying to make overlaps, I mean, I'll end up with something, probably.
Yeah.
But it'll probably take me a lot longer. And And I really think that if you want to design, you want to do things quickly, just do them on paper in like very rough, scribbly kind of fashion. How's everyone doing tonight? Are y'all painting?
Yo, if Frank was a brewmaster that made beers, would he be Dr. Frankenstein?
Does Frankenstein make beer?
I don't know. You've never heard of a beer stein before?
A beer stein?
Yeah.
What do they do? Are they beer craftsmen?
No, it's a type of. It's like a giant mug
Oh,
with a lid.
oh, not as exciting
beer.
as I thought it would be.
Ted said something about Dr. Frankenstein. I don't know why. I don't know what he's on about. What's it called? Had really nice design, hard surface designs. The new Alien film was fucking gorgeous. Their spaceship that they use for like traveling through space was like really cool looking. Very like very good mix of practical and like nice aesthetics.
Make corridors a lot smaller if you have to. Yeah. Asma, you're talking about Oblivion, the movie, right?
Yeah, I hope you're not talking about Elder Scrolls. Wait, is there? Maybe I'm getting mixed up. Maybe it's not called Oblivion.
Yo, Oblivion is the movie. Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, I like the little ship he drives around.
The bubble ship is so cool. Daniel Simon designed that. One of the hard surface vehicle heroes. Hero.
Russell made it. Just barely though.
What? Russell? Get out.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out. They'll be-
I'm
We're glad to see you're having fun. Johnny's too tired to entertain you guys tonight.
It's alright, I'll think of something. It's looking pretty swell.
You mean the guests? Yes, they're looking very swell. How y'all looking?
Y'all need some Jesus.
How y'all looking tonight?
Oh Lord, bless this painting.
Stop it, blasphemy.
Yeah. The only blessings we need are Benny blessings.
Yeah, but it just Benny doesn't really do that.
Well, you know, if he like puts his paws on your keyboard and like deletes your Photoshop file, then you know you've been blessed.
Yeah, it just basically tells
We
you
just
start
got it?
over. That one
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah.
This time we try a little bit harder. What was that? Really? Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, stuff we have to deal with sometimes. But this way, you notice the way I'm painting is I'm looking at the whole canvas, and I'm using the 3-tone value to divide up, like my entire painting as a completely two-dimensional piece. Like I'm just
Mhm.
flattening the whole thing, but also keeping some control over the silhouette. And I feel like this is a very freeing way to work. Like I'm not worried about layers, not worried about color. I'm just doing one thing at a time. So even though it's very messy and none of the designs are really detailed and drawn in, but I can still see something out of it. I can still see the potential of what this could be. Because in like a dark lighting situation, three-tone is basically all I need to start planning my entire painting.
Mm.
So I'm gonna keep
June
going.
says a submarine hatch is 26 inches in diameter. Most people would call a door twice that size cramped or inefficient.
A submarine door?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty small.
Yeah, I don't know how I would probably be pretty claustrophobic
In a
in
submarine.
a submarine. Yeah. Also, just because everything would be smaller for me. It's like the first time I tried to do go-karts, my knees just like stuck out of the cart. Like
Oh,
I couldn't like sit properly.
That's amazing.
Like it is like you are a bit like hunched over, but like I was like I couldn't like steer properly because my legs were in the way. It's fun.
Tall people problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I can like get through this part a little bit quicker.
I think I'm about 6'3". So nothing like super crazy, but yeah, tallish.
Why are you super crazy?
Well, like disregarding height, I'm pretty crazy. So. It all balances out nicely.
For you? No. You need the craziness for art.
Yeah.
I have to refrain from talking about my IPs too much because I want you guys to see the result of it, even though I'm sharing like the process, the working process. But you know, the story is the meat. You don't get to know too much about that yet. But finding time to do personal work is really luxurious because it's so expensive once you become a professional artist and you count on using your time and your heart to make money, to like make a living, not make money. Artists don't make money, we make a living. Then you start thinking, oh, but you know, if I paint this piece for a client, I can get this much money per day. But if I paint this thing for myself, I get nothing. At least in the short time.
I don't get no.
You don't get no nothing.
Hey, hey.
No loving coming from your clients.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you may labor 12 hours into a fantastic piece for your story, and you happily release it, and then you're like, where's all the fans that I'm supposed to get with this?
Yeah.
But there's a point to this, and I'm getting to it. The point is, actually none of us getting to the industry wanting to do other people's work. We got into the industry because we have taste, because we wanted to do our own work. And somewhere along that journey, we kind of forget that because you start making like money doing art. Really depends on where you're at, because some of you guys might be working freelance, some of you guys might be working in studios,
Yeah.
some of you guys might be trying to go and work for a studio.
Some of you guys might be an actual studio, like
Yeah.
you can't even, you're immobile. Or you might be a mobile studio, you might have wheels attached.
Like yeah, exactly. Well, you might be a building.
So many possibilities.
We don't discriminate. We like all of it. And Johnny's super confused these days because he's like, I don't know why.
I'll find the thing that I had that I don't have. Oh, here it is.
The thing that you had that you don't have anymore.
I was looking for my sketchbook. I started this drawing last night. I was at an arcade bar. I actually you should come.
Yeah.
I think Levi would like it too. It's called Get Well, and they have free arcade games, like old school shit, like Pac-Man, Galaga,
Oh, really?
Terminator. Yeah, hard games, and some easy ones where you just have like unlimited lives because they like made it like that. But like you go in, the drinks are over pretty cheap, and then you just like hang out, and there's like a pizza place in there too, and like it's nice. Music's not too loud. Did you get to see fireworks yesterday?
Yeah, a little bit. I forgot it was a holiday.
Yeah, because we never. we usually just like I it was like a holiday for me because I was doing my sketchbook event, but usually like if there's holidays we're just like, oh okay, cool.
Yeah, I spent the whole yesterday thinking and doing IP work, which is why I have a sketch now. Like I said, like for me to kind of shut down and do IP work, it's so expensive.
Yeah.
But you have to, it's kind of also contradicting to what, like how we started. I think we get hired to get into the industry because we have personal work.
Yeah.
But yeah, why is that? I think just by a kind of not a rule of thumb, but maybe a pattern. People's personal work are generally better than their professional work.
Yeah.
Why do you think that
There's
is?
there's more love put into it.
Love.
Yes.
But what if I don't know what that means?
What is
don't know what
love?
is? What
What
is love?
I don't know. It's the question of our time.
Who's got to figure it out?
You know, it's funny how we like throw that word around so much, and everyone like
Who's
believes that it's really a thing.
we? Who's we?
People. And
People about who?
we don't even really know if it's actually a thing or not.
You don't hear me go on about it. Who are people?
Yeah.
You mean like the public? Like
Yeah.
Like the general American public of the 21st century?
Like I use the word sometimes.
Yeah, well,
You know.
but it's not a bad thing. You keep on saying it like it's a bad thing. What the hell?
Yeah, I guess it's not a bad thing.
People love. Do you not love your work?
I love to draw and paint things.
See?
You know.
So what's so bad about it? What's so
Well,
bad
it
about
ain't
admitting
bad.
you have things you love?
It ain't bad.
Johnny, you don't have to play the tough guy. We know. Johnny, no love. How's the chat doing, Johnny?
Chat is doing pretty swell.
They got questions for you?
I don't know why they're talking about Final Fantasy.
Yeah, what the hell? The last Final Fantasy disappointed me so badly. I don't think I'll ever give them another chance. Look, I bought the game, and it didn't let me crash the car. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, come on. This game cost me like what, $90? And
You
no
don't let me
crashing
crash
cars?
no car?
Just why would you put that in there?
Yeah.
If you, I already ranted about this. I'm not gonna go on again. And also, I think Final Fantasy. I think they really went for it, eh? Like all these years, they really went for like the realistic proportions. But now they've landed firmly in the uncanny valley that I don't think they're ever gonna get out.
Yeah.
Am I right or am I right?
Well, you could be right and wrong based on perspective.
That's right.
See?
But like, come on.
It's good to be bad.
Like I don't even mind the boy band people that badly. It's the girl that I'm really having a problem with.
I have problems with the boy band.
I mean, on one hand, what amazing skin shading technology, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, why do they all like their facial expressions all look like?
Yeah, this is not as bad as Mass Effect.
I was gonna say sex dolls, but this is a PG rated painting night, and I
Really?
rated it.
Since when?
I rated it. I would know. I'm just saying, we need expressions to feel like this is a real person that I can like communicate and talk to. If it feels rubbery, kind of kills the mood for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I kind of stopped caring at the boy band people. But why am I talking about that?
The thing that got me was how they're all running around in like black clothing in the middle of the desert at the start of the game. It's like, okay. This guy's wearing like leather pants. It's like 40 degrees outside.
Yeah, but that's Final Fantasy World though.
They all went to shop at Hot Topic together.
Their animation for running, I think their animation for running was really good. It's just they ran like high school kids.
Yeah.
Like they don't run properly.
A lot of people don't run properly in video games though. You don't get the proper acceleration phase where you dig your feet into the ground and you kind of like you weave a little because you're just like trying to pick up speed and gain traction, and you know how you like lean over lower, like if you see sprinters when they start a run,
Yeah.
they go really low, and when they pick up speed they start to come up more,
Yeah.
and then they'll just maintain top speed for a while until obviously like ATP kicks in and you build up with lactic acid and you're like, ah shit.
Can't run anymore. It feels like ass. But when was the last time you sprinted full speed?
Me?
Yeah.
It's been a few years.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to
That's not good.
my brother convinced me to play like some football, or as like Americans would say, soccer. And I was like super out of shape, so we would do like some sprint training and speed ladder drills and stuff like that. I always really liked the speed ladder stuff though. That stuff was always fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me see this up close. Okay, so I think I'm at the point where I can take off the line layer, the line art, and you can see, hey, I still have, like the scene is not destroyed. I still have kind of simple geometries, which makes it look really interesting. Because I was trying to make the light very local, very in the middle, even though those highlights in the middle, those rectangular shapes are a little bit harsh. I'm not sure how to group them yet. Maybe if I take off the line art, I can start trying.
Is there a version of Tactics Ogre for the DS? Do you guys know?
DS?
Yeah.
I didn't play it on DS.
Because I got it on an emulator on my smartphone, but it didn't. The sound didn't work.
Oh.
So I want to play Tactics Ogre.
Such good art.
Yeah. I also want to play a bit of Fire Emblem. I only played one of them. Those look like fun. well, they are. The one I played was fun. I like that kind of like turn-based strategy, like that style of it. Thanks for the follow, Palavra Nerd.
Thanks for the follow, nerd.
Palavra says, "Hey guys, great live stream. Really enjoying the process of the values here."
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
That's why we do it. Because just wanted to show you the kind of a very simple approach for starting the piece. It's very non-committal. You can change it whenever you want. I'm focusing on just the composition and eye direction. And I'll show you the line art that I got. Like this is where I started, where it's really just chicken scratch scribble. Don't know what's going on really, but when I do this, I have somewhat of an idea of how I want to use my lights. Like I want it to be very focused on just the guy working.
Yeah. He's working hard to feed his bills, but his wife cheats on him anyway. It's the narrative. Dystopian lovers quarrel.
Hey, you get what you see. If you look at it and you're like, oh, that's my made up story.
Yeah.
So for Johnny, it's cheating wives and like paying the bills, just like real life.
Yeah.
But why? Why would you buy into that narrative?
I don't know. It just
When-
seems like
when
something
you-
really generic, so I said it.
Oh,
This has been another Tanji stream with Generic Joni. Even my name is generic.
yeah, but not really. Because
Yeah, no.
I mean, the world is built with the same fundamental bricks, but you wouldn't call it unexciting, would you?
No. Well, if experiencing things that could be considered generic in person are totally different because there's a lot of subtlety to it. But I think in terms of like storytelling and film and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to take things that are you have to like any like really good really good writers or stuff like that or storytellers can take like meh ideas and make them really interesting because they add like other layers to it, which is nice. I don't mind that.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I think every story starts with a premise. Like you have to know what your story is all about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a contest in Hollywood, like who can reheat the Hollywood leftovers and make the most
Yeah.
amount of money for an old IP.
Imagine if like Hollywood was like very elitist, but in a way that was like everyone's competing to like make the coolest, most creative content.
Yeah, but
Like, that shit would be crazy.
Yeah, but that would make it a perfect world. I don't think we get that. One thing at a time, Maybe that's like.
Like imagine if they had taste.
I think that's a blanket statement.
Yeah.
I think plenty of them do have taste, and plenty of us have taste too. It's
Yeah.
just, we're in a war against originality. Not we, but like just in general, the people are in a war against originality because when you vote with your wallet and you say I want to watch more movies like,
Fast and the Furious 20.
yeah,
7.
and I want to watch more movies like the Winter Soldier or something.
Mark
like that.
Wahlberg, Robots, Part 10.
Then they're gonna keep making them, and they're gonna make it exactly that way that you like it.
Yeah.
Because it's just the real world. I totally don't know how to draw a dog in this.
Hey, whoop-de-doo. Every time I see Whoop-De-Doo, it always reminds me of that interview John Oliver did with the. I think it's who's the organization that like regulates guns or something? Is it NRA or?
I don't know.
He's talking to like the guy about like guns and stuff, and he's like basically like makes like a very good explanation of why like things shouldn't be a certain way.
Yeah.
And then the spokesperson is just like, well, whoop-de-doo. And John was like, whoop-de-doo, what the fuck?
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, that was like his response.
The worst argument ever. Don't you ever use that. Don't ever use whoop-de-doo in an argument.
Yeah.
You've lost when you've used that.
Yeah.
just don't do it. Save yourself some dignity.
And it was like on a really sensitive topic too, from what I remember. It's pretty funny.
I don't think you can get away with that. Who can get away with whoop-de-doo?
Apparently they can. You guys want to see what I'm working on? I'm just like filling up my page of doodles and stuff. I started this last night. I don't know if you can you open up OBS so I can see? Alright, there we go.
There you go.
The camera's not. And stuff, and it was actually a little bit of a creepy atmosphere because we were sitting down in this area because it's like a bar arcade, and there's like a table we were sitting by, and there's like these dim lights and stuff, and there's a picture right next to us. So you know, like how in like Victorian era, like or like when they first started developing photography, they had this really weird tradition where they would their relatives would die, like say their mother or something like that, and they dress them up really nice, and they would like put like a frame on them so it feels like they're sitting up, and they take photos with them with like dead people. But there was a picture of a whole family, but they were all like dead. What? Apparently, and like all like or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but
why do they do it? Is it for art?
It was just like a weird thing that people did back in the day. If you see some like really creepy looking photos from that era. Also just because the way the photography was made, like it even made people that were alive look weird because of the way it controlled values and stuff.
Value.
But yeah, I was like getting some spooky vibes, so I just started drawing like weird stuff. If you guys are ever in a place that's got like a very heavy atmosphere and you got a sketchbook with you, it's actually a lot of fun to mess around with, like just seeing what happens when you just draw stuff off the top of your head. I think for me though, it's always been pretty easy to draw creepy things. Like I wouldn't necessarily say it's a comfort zone, but
is it because you have a messed up mind?
maybe.
Just think about shit like that all day. Don't know. Now I'm kind of struggling with the colors. I'm trying to use my overlay layer to lightly wash in some warm and cool contrast. So maybe I want to keep the work area cool color, and maybe I want the shadows to be much more saturated and darker, and maybe a little bit warmer too, just in comparison. Maybe some red,
like a warm smile on a summer evening.
Some red, some oranges. dropping some green in here. I do this color wash stage way before I go into detail. Like if I do the detailed value first and then I turn it into color, then my color is not really going to sink in. They're not going to make convincing local values. And they're going to be floating on top of my painting for their entirety. So I want to get it done now, so when I go in and paint the surfaces, my colors are going to be embedded in.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, just really gonna take advantage of my adjustment layers to get some
Juicy.
of this green, this blue washed in. Right now I can still afford it to be very messy. You know, all these things, they wash into each other, it kind of covers up some of that nice shape I have. But at this stage I can do that and play around with it. Johnny, you're drumming again.
Oops.
You guys enjoy Johnny's sick beats? He's got it down, boy. Needs more bass, I think.
More bass, yeah.
Okay. I think I'm getting somewhere. There's a question. Johnny, quick question. What do you think about Guild Wars 2 water painterly style?
Oh, he's talking about that
In the trailers?
no, the box art. I forgot the guy's name. It starts with a K.
Kitai?
Maybe.
Kikai? Kotaki?
Yeah, or something.
Is
The-
it Kikai? Yeah, it gotta be Kikai.
Yeah.
Or is Daniel...
No, it's the guy you mentioned the first time. I'm not like. This is the thing about style is like. The only way you're ever gonna be able to emulate a good artist style, is to understand the structure underneath things, and then you go and try to match the technique, because the technique is like, I think most people can pick that kind of stuff up pretty easily. I think the difficult part is like if your geometry and stuff is off or your shapes are kind of wonky, it's not gonna look too great. So yeah, I don't know. I think but if you're specifically trying to emulate a style for someone else, I would just do like some quick studies of that work and then try to look at like how the value transitions are made and stuff like that. I've never really done stuff like that personally, so I don't know. For me, I like to do things like very directly. Or if I'm doing things softly, it's still like the shapes I use and the way I go about stuff is very different from that approach. So I don't know. Yeah, it's got a bit of like a watercolor feel to it.
Watercolor feel.
Yeah.
I'm just going in to get some detail about this. So once I have the shapes, it's a lot easier for me to zoom in and start refining my painting section by section, because now I just have to actually paint it. And the painting part, this is the part that takes the practice where, like how Johnny said, you need to know the underlying shapes. You need to know the shapes, you need to know the biting, where's it coming from. I'm not very good at just getting everything down in one go, so I'll play around with this for a while. Until the lightings feel right.
Yeah, Nefties, I actually I bought into the hype as well. I bought Guild Wars 2 because of the art. And then I played it for a bit, and then after I was like, God, it's just, I don't know, the grind is too monotonous for me. I think these days I'm much more invested in things that have narrative, or at least have like really fun gameplay.
Yeah, this because we just don't have the time to sink hours on end into a MMORPG.
Yeah. Like Witcher, for example, was a really, really long game, but it was kind of worth it because it had like nice story and interesting characters and worlds and stuff. Need more of that. Hey, Benny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a few games that I've gotten into because of the art direction, like
Tactics Ogre being one of them.
Tactics Ogre though I think seems like it would be a fun game in general, even if it's like a little bit grindy because there's more strategy involved. But what's that robot one with the really cool designs? The one on Steam, the free one.
Warframe?
Yeah, Warframe looks so fucking sick. Like, it's probably still like one of the best hard surface designs I've seen in terms of like character design.
Warframe, right?
Yeah.
Yo, do you know who does that?
Yeah, well, you know them, right?
Cube
Some of the guys-
Brothers, man.
And
Studio Cube.
I was like, oh, this is so sick, and I like, and they still come out with cool stuff here and there, but like, after like 20 hours of that game, I was just like, oh, I have to play this environment again. Like, it was the same map over and over.
I think they fixed that by
Yeah.
coming out with more stuff.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. So this step, as you can see here, this is the tuning the color. I'm slowly introducing more depth into colors. Like saturation where the light and shadow line meets, and just making the color bed in. Really gotta work slower here and think about how the light will hit.
Mm-hmm.
How come my chat doesn't scroll down automatically?
It's kind of weird.
Oh, Vindictus. Is that the Korean MMORPG game? I just played it because the chicks looks nice. Like, I'd probably stay like played more of the character creator than the actual game. Yeah, the game was fun. It has these physics. I mean, if you do a heavy attack, the enemies will fly away and stuff. So that was nice.
It's kind of cool.
And I didn't see that in the MMO before. But that was like years ago, so. Years ago. Scrub brush.
Scrub brush.
Scrub brush, yeah, that's right. So I have the square brush that just do this. See that just have sharp edges. So it's kind of easier to do tech with this brush.
Hmm.
So I'm at a 1 hour point. I'm gonna jump into critique very soon. I just want to get as far as I can.
Oh,
with
time
this one.
to feed Benny. Who the hungry cat? Hmm? Hungry?
He knows. He
You're
knows.
so cute. You're so cute. Hungry? Hungry?
That's the only English word he understands. Benny doesn't even know his name. But he knows hungry.
Like my parents parents didn't give me a name, so I just eat food a lot. So I cope with reality.
Eating for humans now is like 50% survival, 50% coping.
Eating for humans?
The escapism of food.
Are you a depressed eater?
No. Sometimes I eat just to like have something to do.
You're a depressed eater.
No. No, I'm happy. It's all sunshine and rainbows.
Why do you eat like you're depressed then?
Oh, well.
Because maybe art does this to us.
Yeah.
Why do you do this? Oh, because I'm an artist?
Yeah. I'm an artist. Yeah.
You can't really get away with anything with that.
Yeah.
But now, I'm just trying to... I should really draw this out before I try to attempt to paint it. I should always draw things before I try to paint it. That's a good advice I'm going to give myself. Because painting is more like I gotta get the value and shapes right, whereas drawing I just don't need to do any of that. I just need to put the lines down.
Humano says, Frank, go play Black Desert if you want pretty chicks. Everyone looks like a Victoria's Secret model.
Black Desert?
Yeah.
Is it Korean?
Osmed says, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. No.
Their physics is weird, man.
Yeah.
Why are they talking about my priorities? I have great priorities. Yeah, you know what? Dead or Alive is a really weird game for boys growing up. Because it's like, you're not sure if you're playing it for fighting or you're playing it for some other reasons.
Yeah.
At least that's for me. Because it kind of, I don't know, it doesn't do it justice, like, in how good of a fighting game it is. I think it's okay as a fighting game, but nobody ever talks about the fighting in, like, people don't even just regard that as a fighting game because of the design choices they have for that game.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, although it sounds like I am. But I assure you that I'm not. Why? I just want to paint. So this process is like, I'm zooming in to treat some of the detail parts. I'm gonna have to kind of draw it out a bit because I'm not so sure how this part works. but if I draw it out, I can get closer. So drawing is so important as a design process. Because if I don't understand how the form is going around, I'm not going to be able to paint it.
Annie.
So I haven't really done this for a while. Just very casually painting my own stuff. Not really something I get to do very often.
Oh yeah, Xenos. I played a lot of Tekken as well. I actually played I played a lot of the first PS4 one. I think that was that 6? I played a lot of Tekken. I think a lot of Tekken 4 on on a like an emulator on PC, and then the last one I played a lot of on sorry, not PS4, PS3. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm not sure about the proportion that I got here. Yeah, my girl is way too long. Too long. I swear I don't have a thing for long girls.
I'm scared to look at that, Alzmed.
This is purely accidental. But which is why I need to.
Ooh. Yeah, Jihan stuff is. That guy's masterful.
So now I know my mistakes. After I draw it in, I notice that the girl is way too long. I can come back and just repaint these parts, cut it down to about here. But if before I drew that, there's no way for me to know. Well, I can look at it and be like, yo, maybe she's too long. But realistically, I don't know. Painting sometimes I go too far and I don't even realize my own proportional mistakes and things like that. Of course, drawing can solve the problem for you almost instantaneously.
Yeah.
So, draw more. Keep a sketchbook.
Yep.
Why is my Photoshop so slow? Jesus. Okay, let's just look at the whole thing. As the lighting, yeah, I think parts of it is working. Cut out the part in the middle that was just lines. Yeah, we've got something that has a little bit of potential. This thing doesn't scroll down.
Hmm.
Yeah, Simon Stallentag? I think that's who I think that is. Are you familiar, Johnny?
I think so. I think he's the guy that does like those weird dystopian stuff. Like, you'll have like an apartment complex that looks kind of normal, and then there'll be like some kids in a like a field of long grass, and then there'll be like some weird like robots in the distance or something.
Yeah,
Really, really good stuff.
atmospheric.
Yeah. Atmosphere. Atmosphere is juicy.
This is just hard to carve out. So I don't want to go too detailed right now. I still need to get all this part blocked in for the detail stage.
Yep.
So I really gotta force myself to try a bunch of times and focus just on the geometry, just on how these volumes and shapes are gonna work.
Mm. How many? Do you have a lot of stuff to crit today?
No, I think I just have maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
I don't take too long on each one. So I'll leave the last half an hour for crit, and I'll do that and maybe jump back to do this for just a little bit longer, because we're trying to try the 2-hour schedule for streaming these days.
Mm.
At least for me. Johnny can
Yeah.
do what Johnny dictates. That's on his goes.
Do what I want.
Johnny does what he wants.
I just do what I want. Johnny's not a team player.
Sure, Osmed. But I can't give you a deadline for that. Cause I don't know. Yeah. That would actually be a pretty cool thing to have, something set up where like you can get yourself drawn as a muscle elf. Like if we use like the cheer thing or whatever.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was trying to get the donation thing set up.
Yeah.
I think it is set up now. It's just I haven't posted a link yet.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. I'm just sort of doing this for fun.
Yeah.
It forces me to paint this piece for me and for you to watch. So if you got suggestions on
Oh, savage.
What to do?
Umino's like, Frank, why is she being operated on? And Giant Wood says she's a Korean pop star, that's why. Shit.
Oh, it took me a second. Oh, it took me a second.
Absolutely barbaric.
I give you that one.
Good one.
Is Asma said that?
No, that was Giant Wood.
Giant Wood. Giant Wood, you are a genius.
Giant Wood is related to Joshua Tree.
We've been getting a lot of tree themed randomness these days.
Good.
I'm not gonna tell you exactly what, but soon everybody will find out. Yeah. We love trees.
Trees are life.
Trees are alive.
I wanna have a big house someday that has like a huge open courtyard, where like you walk in, there's like a big door, and you walk in, and it's like a walled off open area, and then if you keep going through the courtyard, there's like the main house there, but there's like that big entrance area, and just have like a giant tree in the middle.
I don't get it. Is that to confuse your guests?
No, I think it would look pretty.
Oh. Pretty things for Johnny Hall.
Yeah.
You just got a phone call.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna jump to crit and then jump back. See what I have today. I think this is a good place to leave this for now. Just enough atmosphere. Enough lines. I think I still need to flip my canvas around, try out, move things around, try out a few different variations. But in the gist of it, this is kind of the space I wanted to set up.
See, it would be something kind of like that with like higher walls. So you have like open courtyard. But then you could have like, you know, building like that.
Oh, that one's actually not.
Actually, I don't find trees to be that creepy at night. Honestly, I think they look beautiful regardless of the setting. One thing I actually really like is because like Toronto has a lot of really nice parks, and everything's actually really well lit during the night. But artificial light falls off really, really quickly. And in these parks, they have these really nice trees. Like I was at a park last night because it was Victoria Day and they're doing fireworks and stuff. There's like really nice artificial light on the tree branches and things like that. And so because there's a lot of fall off, the light would just pick the tree in front of the light would pick up the light, but everything behind the tree would all be in darkness. So it would be like this really nice like luminescent tree. That has like a really nice dark background, so it like pops really nicely. But then the lighting falls off very quickly too. So like the branches that are angled towards the tree are like pretty bright, but as they get further away, it gets darker. There's a lot of depth to it too. There's a few painters who have captured that kind of effect really, really nicely, but I don't remember their names.
Okay, so first of all, when I look at the piece like this, I'll just first try to identify where the lines are. So I'm basically been tracing over some of these lines and looking at the decisions of how effectively these lines are working for y'all. And I'm gonna show you that in isolation so that you can see exactly what are the effective lines. So if this is the line that we're working with, I'm gonna say that it's pretty good overlap overall, because this is the big shape that's overlapping everything else. Not a huge fan of this. I think as a line that cuts across the painting, it could maybe work better if I can make this intersect with another line, maybe the horizon line. So maybe it'll come down and then meet the horizon line, and then this line will be a little bit lower, like this. Like the cloud will go over there, maybe a little bit of counter shape over there. But let's skip that for now. Let's just focus on the lines we do have. This is the main shape. This is the only triangle, a very clear-cut triangle in the piece. And then this is the focal point because this guy is victorious. So let's go back to the piece and see if we can see how these lines are working. What do you think, Johnny?
I'm guessing the triangle is supposed to be a boat. Or is it like a sci-fi thing? Because it looks really sci-fi.
It looks pretty sci-fi. Don't really know. I think Ted just figured he likes triangles and he's gonna put a big ass triangle
it's a nice shape.
throughout the whole thing. So a couple of changes for the lines. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do before I do it. I have to bring this line up. This line, instead of having curves, I'm gonna bring it up right here. And I'm gonna do a thing where the horizon line is about low, like here. And then smaller shapes in the distance, bigger shape in front. So if I can find a rhythm throughout this line here, then I'll be able to do that. So I'm gonna try to do smaller shapes here, and then bigger shape as I get closer to my camera. Also,
Nice.
I'm gonna flatten out the cloud shape, make it layered like this, and then have maybe one cloud shape that's gonna intersect with the guy and fold behind the castles, so that this guy is gonna be overlapped right in front. So with all those things in mind, let's just come back and start implementing our changes. So when you are critiquing a piece or you're trying to make a piece work, you have to start with why, start with how, and what am I trying to say here, and what's my foreground elements. So I get a lot of midground. This is all midground. Actually, the dudes you see are all around the same size. That tells me they're all like same distance to the camera. I don't quite like that. I want there's a bunch of dudes leading into the frame. So if this guy's truly victorious, he's gonna have a lot of friends. He's gonna have a lot of friends, and they're all gonna be like hanging out here, throwing a big party. Be like, hey, look at that guy, he's on top of the rock because we're with him. So let's make these guys totally with him. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are totally with him. And they're still around the same size, but they have a direction. They have a direction that they're leading into the frame. leading into the midground. And then I'm gonna have a few that maybe raising their weapons up.
You know what I think's bothering me the most about that thing is how the flag is so short.
Good point.
I don't know why, but I feel like if you just like went really over the top with that flag in the red and just like, you know, be pretty sweet.
Yeah, so my complaint I think mainly is because there's nothing in the foreground.
Yeah.
Like could be pretty awesome opportunities to like do a few more of these crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Just indicating their shapes in for now. And they can also just blend into that darkness here, because I don't need to see perfect lines coming in and out like this. It's very unnatural. In fact, you don't see them in real world.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the triangle, but I think I'm gonna have to make this edge a little bit off. Still doesn't look like a boat or anything, but just by breaking up that bottom line, I'm creating a little bit of a variation. So see, the maybe in the midground is all the red, maybe in the foreground is all the blues. Who knows? I'm just trying to see if that works. And then comes the sky. Don't think I need all that cloud. I think the sky color is very, very pink, very vibrant, very beautiful. So
Mhm.
maybe I'll just get some of this pink back. And get rid of all that misty, cloudy things. Why is my brush so weird? Okay, I'm gonna have to copy this guy. With this big flag. Overall, Ted, I think this is a great piece. You have your layering control, the overlaps are working. I like the sky. It's just some of the lines you can push it. And I don't like how the flag is like flat down here. Maybe I want to draw it like he's holding the flag kind of like this, and then the flag is like floating back that way. That might be cool.
Yeah, definitely the angle he's holding at now is a little bit weird.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't put it straight up, but having like it tilt up a bit would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm not saying that this is the best flag angle or whatever, but I just think the white, the super white cloud, and this pink, glowy sky is not meshing together, because if I have this here, clouds over here either just be very cool, like much cooler,
Yeah.
or like it wouldn't be white. I don't think the situation where this will be white is very natural. So even though I'm still using a flat brush, I just want to look for ways to do this thing as proper lighting. So remember I was saying big shapes here. Oh, I'm gonna throw my pen because you see those dots that I keep on making? I'm not supposed to be making that. It's just the color picking is not fast enough. So sometimes I mess up. And then you notice when it gets to the distance, I'm trying to use smaller shapes. So like smaller shapes as a staircase down. Come on, brush. Keep up. So you see, Ted, if you're in here, you see the decision I'm making, it's mostly about shapes, how these lines will work, and then I'll try to simplify my bigger shapes, having my values grouped together. And I'll probably not put anything on the surface because I noticed you had a guy back here. That's maybe gonna compete with this guy, so I'm just gonna take that away, and then make a line that goes like here. Come on, pick my color. Oh my god, this thing is killing me. Alright, so the sky still needs to be played around with because, let's see here. Darker, too dark. Darker. Is this your brush, Johnny's
It looks
brush?
like it.
It's way
It's
too
heavy texture.
Way too heavy texture.
Yeah. Just use a soft round.
Yeah, for the purpose of
Soft
this
round is amazing.
demonstration, I'm just gonna, soft round is this thing.
Soft round is so good.
What the cuss?
Ooh, I like those big dark cloud shapes. That's looking cool. It's juicy. Juicy. Juicy juice.
Do I want this to be like here? Maybe not. No, that wouldn't really make that much sense. I'm struggling a bit because of the sky. I want to make this hot pinkish color for the sky, but just don't know how to make it look natural. Come on.
I think it's looking okay.
Because Ket's got this amazing pink sky. Maybe I gotta make it go like this way. Yeah? Let's try to make
Yeah.
it go that way.
Yeah, play with the perspective a bit. Because cloud, like one thing I feel about clouds is like if you're painting a scene where there's a lot of sky, clouds is basically giving you opportunity to like use perspective to make the image have a lot more depth. I kind of fall into that sometimes where I get really like I start playing with the shapes, but I start playing with them almost like very flat and graphically instead of making them go to vanishing points. Man, I was looking at some of Mobius's stuff, how he paints clouds in perspective, and he makes it so he forces it so much, the perspective. Like he doesn't just like, you know, sort of make things like go off into the distance. He like it almost looks like he was drawing some of his shapes within like cubes, like geometrical cubes as like a guide, but he probably just like drew them like directly. But they have like a really strong sense of reinforced perspective, but it works really well. I kind of like that.
Well, I have a problem where I'm not quite sure how to make that accurate perspective work because I don't even know the light direction right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the sky is looking super messy because I don't know whether to gradient up or gradient down.
Gradient from down up because
So
of how the sky generally works.
So the best way for me to try this again is just to redo my silhouette and have the whole sky as a wash. That'll look much cleaner.
The sky almost always gets lighter on the horizon, from what I've seen. Because if it's like sunrise or sunset, you're gonna have like a very bright horizon line because the sun's like bleeding over, and if it's a regular day, like midday, afternoon, you're gonna get like very vivid blues if you look up, and then they're gonna desaturate and lighten as it goes towards the horizon line. So it's like.
So it's brighter near the horizon line.
Usually, so I think there's exceptions, but like you can't really go wrong with that. I guess different times of day, you know, you'll have different kind of things going on, but yeah.
This guy. So we got cool castles and we got warm sky and maybe.
Did you decide on your lighting direction? Like,
No.
is it like sunset or is it like?
Okay, let's look at the original. It's really
Oh,
weird where
that's-
there's too much white.
Looks like overcast midday.
Yeah, but then they have the sunset-ish
Colors in the
colors
back,
in the
yeah.
back, which is kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do the sunset-ish colors
Yeah.
in the back for now.
So I guess it would be like a low diagonal, like the light's kind of coming like this.
Like in
It's-
back.
Either backlit or it's coming over, but it's either straight, like coming from like this, or it's coming from slightly lower. Like if you have those oranges, like those, the kind of palette you're playing with, the lighting's not gonna be. It's either gonna be like close to sunrise or sunset, so you wouldn't have. Your lighting angle's not gonna be 3/4 top down. It's gonna be more like 3/4 from underneath. But yeah. I don't know.
Like we will put it up underneath. them.
Yeah, kind of coming like that.
Then everything here is gonna be silhouetted.
Yeah, you could even just have him like dark. You can either have him mostly dark, and silhouetted by light, or you can have him silhouetted by dark and being lit up. Like I guess this kind of stuff I feel like it would be worked out in like thumbnail stage.
Yeah. But we're way past that now.
Yeah.
We gotta
It's party time.
do it for real.
Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a party in the USA.
From a degree of how not working this is, I'm probably at like a 7 or 8. See, it doesn't pick up on my color when I click it the first time.
Yeah.
I click it like a couple of times. Guys, don't buy Innovas. Save up. You know, don't break that piggy bank of yours and you know.
Ooh, I like that shape you got going right now.
Go
The pink.
go Wacom. Go Wacom. Don't cheap out and buy a Chinese made Innova or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Because it's giving me issues. Even though it's cheap and I can draw on it and it's great and when it works, but it's just never really perfect. And you really don't want to fight your tools when you're painting because it gets you frustrated and then you're like, oh my god, man, am I a bad artist or am I a bad artist? And then you know you're gonna have to question your life and you're like, I can't blame my tools because I'm bad. And then you're gonna cry in the washroom. So don't do that.
Or you just cry in front of your
Just
friends.
save up the money and get yourself a nice Wacom.
Nefty say you get what you pay for.
Just like mortgage your kidney.
Mortgage. I'd like to take out a mortgage on my kidney.
Mortgage your kidney so that you can art.
I've been thinking about
Mortgaging your kidney.
like getting a Cintiq for a while, but I can't really. Like I want to, but I can't. Cause it's just like, I figured out how to do line art with a tablet, but
How'd you figure it out?
well, you just go really slow. But it's like, it's still not as good as like right now drawing traditionally. My line accuracy is at like 90% compared to Photoshop, which Photoshop is more like 70. So yeah, I don't know. Like my spacing in between my hatching is a lot cleaner traditionally than it is on Photoshop.
Yeah, I dig that. I think you'll benefit from having some teeth for sure. Why do you always drum?
'Cause it's a habit. I'm fidgety.
Have you guys, any of you guys tried that fidgety spinner thing?
Dumb.
The spin fidgety thing? And please, if you have tried, tell me how disappointed you are from a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. If you have one, explain to us how you still sleep at night.
Don't you like sleep with your,
Yeah,
Wow, you're
I sleep
fidgety?
with a spinner.
you know? Okay, what? Okay, I've completely ruined it, and this is how I ruined it. So thank you,
You know what?
Ted Cruz.
Can you turn off that layer? Why don't you just eliminate the warm background in the original?
What one background?
The one where he before like yeah. Why don't you just eliminate the warm background?
Yeah, but what's the fun in that?
Yeah. Well,
See? If I eliminate that warm background. Like, we like the pink, but it ain't gonna work. Suddenly,
If you made like a nice blue in the back.
Pretty cool.
Suddenly composure.
Yeah, Wacom is definitely overpriced because like most of the people who are buying that kind of stuff are digital 2D people. And I think, you know, having something that was like would be like more affordable wouldn't be a terrible idea for them because they could sell more units, right? Like, I don't know. I just think it's silly to like overprice stuff and then have like less people buy them.
Well, it doesn't matter. They have a monopoly on like good display tablets. And so far, nobody else has made one that works better. And I mean, the Apple thing works pretty good, but still, it's not like it's an iPad.
We need, you know what we need? We need like a really nice like. We need the Germans to come in on behalf of the 2D artists.
You don't know.
We need them to make like a really sick or like a really nice like a high-end Japanese tablet.
Wacom is Japanese.
Oh, fuck those guys. I thought they were American.
Well, they might as well be.
Yeah.
See, you just hating because you just want to like Japanese stuff. You don't even care what it is. Like if Japanese made a
I don't own anything that's
made a
Japanese.
plunger, you would think that's like the best plunger ever.
No, man.
For
I
those
don't
of you
I don't
listening.
own Japanese stuff.
Like okay, so Japanese toilet seats, Japanese rice cookers. What else? Japanese.
Man, Chinese rice cookers are amazing.
You mean
I like-
Japanese, right?
Whatever. I don't know. Are they all Japanese?
I mean, okay, so true story. If you visit Japanese like those supermarket for like those big market for like electronics, they will have this person greeting you in Chinese saying like, 啊，你好，我们的电饭锅和 you know 智能器在8楼. And then you're like what what does that mean?
Yeah.
And our rice cookers and toilet seats are on like floor 8 because that's what everybody goes there to buy.
Yeah.
Like all of them. Imagine you walk into McDonald's and then they have this guy telling you, "Hey, our McChicken meal is, you know, would you like that?" They don't even
Yeah.
ask you what you want. It's pretty much how that is, because they're known for it, because it's the best.
Yeah.
So I
Makes
like
sense.
to.
Nefty says, wow, Frank dishing out his Chinese.
So I would like to. I don't know. Have an expensive. Have a good tablet that doesn't break my bank.
Yeah.
Because I had a Cintiq before, but it was the old one, the UX21, which is like 10 years, more than 10 years old now. You can't use those things.
I wonder how much it cost originally.
$2,000 or
Yeah.
more.
It's like for some reason, like they think that like artists have just money to throw around, because we're all getting paid like millions of dollars from this.
Why not? Aren't you guys artists? Aren't you good artists? Aren't you supposed to get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars? If you're not getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars being an artist, you're not good artist enough, right? You know what I mean? I'm kidding. Nobody get paid that much doing art, unless you do your own stuff and you know what you're talking about. So, moral of the story is do your own stuff. Work on your comics, release your IPs, make a short animation.
Reach for the sky. And then realize you're too short to reach the sky.
You know what I mean, Ted? we've killed that warm sky, and we added a foreground element because you need that. You need foreground element.
Thanks for the follow. Ashes Graphics.
Okay. Edgelord. Just kidding. Thank you.
So you're at 11 right now.
Yeah. So that's the end of it. That's done. We're done. But I still want to do this one really quickly. This one I grabbed from the Discord. So sometimes I go into Discord and look for things I can critique. So I'm going to do this one really fast because I talked about it on the Discord a little bit. I was just really complaining about the cloud, how the cloud is making this kind of this blendy shape with a very soft edge.
Oh man, not the blendy shape.
I want it to be
Oh, that's
a little
nice.
bit hard, but I don't really know.
Pretty atmospheric.
Yeah, it's really atmospheric. So I'm looking for ways to gradient. Oh, that might be too harsh. But I'm looking for
Just
ways
like your
to
parents.
gradient. Yeah, my parents were harsh. Probably has something to do with my overall fucked upness.
Yep. It's just overall.
Overall, like not like specifics, you know.
Did you like wearing overalls as a kid? Looks like that's a no.
Should take my growling as a hint.
Oh.
So this is what I'm talking about because I'm trying to make the cloud have a bottom plane and a kind of a geometrical shape where it can lead back into the distance.
Mm.
Just trying to. Make this value overlap on the top of the plane. Like lost and found edge, and maybe some more horizontal lines and shapes just to make that read okay, so that it looks like the background has a lot of depth, has a lot of clouds. Like that. And I'm going to bring my building back to front. Just kind of looking for ways to give it that value and the layering in the distance. And then I'm done. There's really not too much to change here. It's a good painting. I'll probably make the foliage, like the grass shape, a little bit more silhouetted. Like you can go
A little more grassy.
more bold with these. I'm not sure exactly what the plan I would use, but you could have a bit more of this. And maybe not cutting to the shape of the horse. Still want that to read. Alright, well, this is it. This is all the critique I'm gonna do today. Yeah, so guys, thanks for sending your stuff in for the critiques, and please send them out next time for our weekly critiques. Send them Johnny does characters, I do environments. Just send them in through the Facebook, through our Talent Tree Facebook. Humano says, Franco was reviewing the quit you did for the Jets. Actually started out as simple sausage shapes and then copied the lighting by eye. It started with like 4 flats and it was shaded on side so the water brushes blended everything. No, it's not bad. It's not bad to try to soft blend everything. You just have to know where your shadows are. So the last one you did was great. It wasn't bad at all. When you blend things, you gotta know why. I think when I blend things, it's because the planes, the forms are changing. Like you need that gradient or you need that round shape. But as long as you're thinking about your composition and you have that process in, you're not gonna get too far off. So this is where I'm gonna end the stream, but I'm gonna continue painting on this for a little bit. So if you wanna stick around for another 10 minutes as I do this, you can. I'm not gonna cut out right now. The June classes are filling up, so if you guys want to take a class in our Toronto classroom, don't forget to reserve your seat. They're going pretty quick now. So we got Johnny teaching character design. We have Justin Chan teaching design for animation. For the first time we have a animation related course, which is animation characters, like how to stylize it, how to paint it, draw it expressively. So Justin's covering that. We have Algeric. Dynamic character illustration. So he's very good with lines. If you want to learn how to do lines and get your character looking bright with poses, Algeric is the class to go.
Yeah, Jarek's a beast. So
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny.
Thursday's gonna be pretty dope. We're gonna, do stuff.
If you paint another muscle off, I'm gonna quit.
Well, I just might. And it's pretty cool.
What do you think, Johnny? Do you think I gotta bring up the sides a bit,
What do you mean?
like lighting wise.
Why?
Don't know. It's very ambiguous throughout the whole thing.
You're good.
Maybe I gotta try
I like
some
it.
like color variations. What do I gotta do?
Oh man, I like it.
Give it some curves. Yeah.
Feels like a really nice like film widescreen shot.
That's what I'm going for, man. More blue? More red?
Yumino is asking if anyone tried to draw us too as fan art. No, hasn't happened yet.
Oh man, I don't know.
I've had my portrait done a few times, so that's about it. I don't know if Frank's had his portrait done. Have you, Frank?
I don't think I'm that interested in drawing.
Never. No one's ever drawn you.
My
Ever?
girlfriend's drawing me.
Oh.
Badly, very badly. Looks like me because I'm like it just looks like if you draw a grumpy version of me, it'll always look at me. That's the trick. Just draw my eyes are like halfway like this,
Yeah.
then you know.
Hey, so if anyone wants to draw Frank, go for it.
I just want this green light, like that misty kind of cigar-filled room
Yeah.
with a bit of red and everywhere else.
Mhm.
So through curves, I think I'm getting close to what I want.
I think it's
Just-
looking good.
Just in terms of color. Because I wanted to just focus on in the middle.
Yeah.
If I can get the local area lighting looking right, I really don't need to do too much detail everywhere else. Like so. Alright. So that's it, guys. Thanks for dropping into the stream.
Yeah. We'll see you Thursday.
And thanks again for sending the stuff in for critiques. Yeah, it was great hanging out with you guys, man. I'll see you guys again on Thursday. John, you got any things to get off your chest?
Nope.
Enjoy your Tuesday night, guys. Peace out.